joy. Good joy.
Boom. We're here.
Holy crap, it's us.
Yeah, it's us. And we're gonna do something we're gonna do really bad things and really bad things, guys. Horrors beyond everyone's comprehension.
As all things should be.
As all things should be. Yep. So, hi. I know stream's starting a little soon after the starting soon, but hey, we're here, and we're here to fucking read the stream title. We're here to cut the Smash roster in half, and then cut it even more. But you know, we'll get to that after we cut it in half first. But yeah, we have all four of us. Wahoo indeed. Also, real quick, I forgot to actually have y'all do a quick mic check.
Oh, yeah.
Might have to turn Discord's gain up a little bit. Hold on. Let up.
Hello.
Bench.
I'm back from my 1 week death arc.
Okay, and Mooney?
A.
Okay, that looks about ready then. Okay. Let's put Bench at around 80. 75.
Pretty good.
Looks
on the
about
screen,
good.
right?
All of us look just about set. I'm gonna actually turn this up a little bit. And turn it down a little bit, just a smidgen. Alright. What it looks like, the audio looks solid. Turn down Dolphin just enough. There's gonna be the big blast running in the background as per usual, but that is of course not exactly the focal point today, obviously. It never really is the focal point. It's just something that happens in the background. But
Yeah, we were playing Blastcast in the background.
yeah, we're all
Totally.
playing Blastcast in the background. Yeah, it's definitely all of us. Or is it's small enough to where they can't read it. But yeah. First things first is that like fucking what? Smash Ultimate, right? Fucking huge ass roster and a unfathomably like just huge amount of, I guess, depth to the roster in a sense. It's more like a gaming hall of fame, you know.
It's such a good thing. Why did I hate it? How dare they?
God, how
Because
dare.
of, because of what the meta turned into when there were 3 years of nothing changing.
Mm-hmm.
The meta became, how good can you not interact?
Yeah, I mean, competitively, and just as a game, those are two kind of two whole different stories, you know. But
Yep.
fucking, let's get to cutting people, you know. Let's get to cutting the roster down a little bit.
Snippety snip.
So, y'all just take a look see at the little Discord stream that I got up for y'all. We got Okay, first off, you.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
that one's
sadly
pretty
we
obvious.
have to skip the original 12.
Have to skip the original 12. I mean, pretty much like Mario, yeah, DK, yeah, Link, yeah, Samus, yeah, Yoshi, sure, Kirby, sure, Fox, yeah, fine, Pikachu, of course, Luigi, fine,
Yeah.
you can get in. Ness, yeah, fine,
Luigi.
you're also fine with Legacy. Captain Falcon, you're more known for Smash Bros than you are for than you are for
Yep.
your own series. Puff.
Jigglypuff.
Hold on. Puff, though.
Urbant?
How do we feel about Jigglypuff?
See, I cut Jigglypuff on my end,
Yeah.
and it's not like a lot of my approach. I guess I'll just say this now was more so character relevance than playstyle.
Uh-huh.
But even then, Jigglypuff already started as a clone in a game where there was maybe one other clone.
I mean, yeah, there was Luigi, which was a partial clone, and then Captain Falcon Samus shared some attributes as well. And then Puff, Kirby, obviously.
Yeah.
How do we feel like? Do we all feel like Puff could be cut?
I'd punt the Puff.
Because like,
Kill.
yeah, because I'm thinking about this and I'm like, fucking Brawl almost cut her. Brawl almost did. If Brawl cut Puff, then we would have way more reason. We would have way more like good conscience in doing this. And even then, like, we can just say she's gone, right? For the sake of this,
Yeah. I feel like
Kind of unrelated, but Melee Puff is kind of fun to watch.
that's kind of fair.
yeah. I mean, Melee Puff is kind of fun to watch, but that's also because like that game has had how many 24 years to develop as a game.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. That game came out in 2000?
Yeah, 2001, end of 2001, so closer to 23 technically.
Oh, I still feel old.
Yeah, but still.
Game came out.
But,
Yep. Yeah.
yeah. December of 01, I think.
I think it was.
November 21st.
I don't know. Okay, close enough to December. It's basically a holiday release. It's basically a holiday title.
Yeah.
It came out like a week after after the GameCube launch, so it may as well have been a launch title.
Yeah, it's pretty close to one.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get going a little further down. Peach, we could probably say stays, right? We're pretty. Yeah. Daisy, we can agree is pretty much gone, right?
Daisy is a skin.
Yeah, Daisy is a skin over Peach. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you just
Why
do the
didn't they
Bowser
just-
Jr. thing, and then
Yeah, why didn't they just Bowser Jr.?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like Junior with all the 7 Koopalings as as alts. Yeah.
Just do that with
Bowser,
Peach and Daisy, and you're good.
Bowser, I think is definitely fine as the Bowser. I think Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser is a good core 4 of Mario, right?
Yeah.
And also in that regard, we can just get rid of Dr. Mario right now. We're
Yeah.
no questions asked.
You could also make Dr. Mario costume in the same vein.
Yeah. You know what? Instead of just like I'm gonna make a blue one. I'm gonna make a blue one and make them an S. S for skin.
That's good. So we are cutting them, but we're not like removing them.
Actually, I'll put a blue like that. So it's a circle and a cross, or I don't know, something. Like they're gone, but yeah, you know what? Skin works, or C for costume.
I like that.
Me too.
C for costume. All right. Ices.
I say get rid of them.
Okay. One get rid of. As a legacy character with a very unique gimmick, I could see merit to keeping them. Like, who else has their, like, I guess Rosalina and Luma have their gimmick, but are we gonna keep Rosa? Like, I don't know. Ices is a weird one.
Yeah. I feel like there's still less. There's less of a legacy in the Ice Climbers than there is in like Captain Falcon.
Yeah, that's true.
Because Falcon, you know, he still had more games. He had what? How many F-Zero games are there? Like 5?
There's the SNES games plus the Teleview games. There's X, there's GX, and then the 3 GBA games. So on to
It's like 6 or 7.
you know what? One of them got a Nintendo Land representative game. The other one didn't.
Exactly.
So I mean, merit. There's merit to that. I say we can cut them for. I mean, Mooney, what do you think? What do you think?
I cut them in my roster.
Okay. We cut those two for now. Sheik and Zelda, I feel like, are cool.
I do agree on the unique gimmick thing, but I also just like Rosalina's approach better because it's not two of the same.
Right.
And also, I don't think one game is enough of a legacy.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Sheik and Zelda.
One's gotta go.
Well, it
But
can't
which one
be
I
is it
think
though?
Sheik goes.
Sheik. Yeah, I think that Zelda definitely at least stays, but Sheik.
I kept them, but I can understand.
I think
Like, I
they're-
kept Sheik, but that's because I don't really had it. I didn't have too many of the characters I wanted to get rid of in the first place,
I think.
so I don't really have an argument for keeping her.
All right, then I think Sheik is a. I feel like Sheik is a like. You know what? We come back to Sheik for now. We come back to
We
Sheik
deliberate.
later whenever we figure her out, and if we need to be the cut.
See the vision.
We go down the roster, and if we're not at half by the end, then we return to characters like that.
Well, hey, here's one we can cut. Pichu.
Yep.
That's pretty easy.
That rat.
Current main, but that does not. Actually, none of. I don't think any of my current mains are safe on my roster.
Falco.
Might be weird. I got rid of him though.
I
got rid of him.
I don't really see the merit to keeping him, honestly.
Oh, fair enough.
I don't see like there's certainly like a legacy of him staying since Melee, but at the same time it's like we have to cut down half. Star Fox doesn't really have like what is the lasting legacy of Star Fox outside of it just like I don't know. Star Fox is like Star Fox is Star Fox 64.
Right, yeah, like every game's almost a remake of that other than the GameCube ones and the DS one. There's like 1 or 2 DS ones, wasn't there?
I think so. I thought I remember there was one that had a little bit of like overworld 3D movement, and not just.
Oh yeah,
Star Fox Assault, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. That was a GameCube game, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, we can agree. Marth is a stay, and then we will get like Lucina feels definitely like a go, but we can deliberate a little more as we get down to the Fire Emblem list.
See, the interesting thing about Marth is that he's kind of not even holding a Fire Emblem place. He's just a sword fighter.
And he's just a sword fighter, and he's also just the poster boy.
Yep.
Like he's just the poster child of FE.
Which is funny, because his own game hasn't even had a modern incarnation.
Mm-hmm.
Marth's most modern appearance is in Engage, and as far as I'm aware, that game did not do particularly well.
Right. Lucina, we can agree, just goes though. Right.
Yeah, most of the characters where it's like, I wish they were more different, because I'd make a better argument for them, but they're not, really.
I think I've gotten rid of every Echo Fighter on my list.
Alright.
Ditto, I believe.
Yeah. Young Link. Gone, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gone. And then the Great King of Evil.
I don't like Ganondorf and Smash, but I still kept him because of how iconic he is.
I mean, that's the
Yeah.
thing. There's like also two different approaches to this of, are we keeping their playstyles identical, or are we willing to change them up? Assuming.
I'd say we are keeping the character themselves, but the character how they play can be whatever the new game needs.
I would say that there's maybe a chance then for Young Link, because Young Link could do, like, he could hold down the old Link moveset that wasn't lost, but then you could leave Breath of the Wild, which is still iconic, and then just wildly change the moveset, right? Like, there's an argument to be made there.
Here's of the Kingdom Ganondorf, please! He was so
Be sick.
cool.
Would be sick.
Uh-huh. At the same time, like, how do we need Young Link?
I mean, we don't.
Yeah, that's sort of the deal here. It's like I think there's an argument for we definitely need a Ganondorf if we're gonna have a Link and Zelda.
Yeah.
Right. Might as well have the whole Triforce.
Uh-huh. Those are like the core three that I could say that we need for sure.
Yeah.
Now Mewtwo. We have Pikachu so far as the only Pokemon. Mewtwo would make sense, right?
Yeah,
feel
I
like-
like you too.
Yeah, I like Mewtwo too.
He's just the like the Gen 1 legend, like the Gen 1 like super cool legendary. He's got legacy there.
He's got kind of villain vibes. I mean, he's not like outright a villain, but
Uh-huh.
No, but it's like the closest you're gonna have in terms of a Pokemon.
Alright. Roy and Crom.
Sayonara.
I'm sorry, Sola.
Goodbye.
I'm not. I don't want. I like Chrom as a character, but like,
Yeah,
you kind of were the fourth Marth.
you certainly were
The fourth Marth. That's
the
so-
fourth Marth. Yeah, so
They're like a barbershop quartet.
they
You-
they
you've got
certainly
Marth,
make a
Red
choice
Marth,
barbershop
Marth's
quartet.
descendant, and Marth's descendant's daughter.
Yeah, and then the red guy.
The red guy.
All right, Game and Watch.
I don't like Game and Watch.
Do you
I
not?
Think
Do
we
you
I have
take
an
one
argument.
Nintendo deep cut, game, and watch, Rob, or Duck Hunt.
Right. Like you've got all these like characters that it's like they're kind of weird to have there, but when they're gone, you miss them.
I think that Game and Watch makes sense as the Nintendo deep cut because he's the oldest Nintendo deep cut. Right?
I guess it's fair.
I
just
went
feel
with
like he's never been
Rob
fun to
personally,
play.
but I get your argument.
You can
I would
definitely
also
see Rob as well. You know what? we'll leave those three as a we'll try to debate those three later. If we're gonna go with we keep one, get rid of the others.
Loose room. I like it.
Yeah. Right. I think we can say that Meta Knight and DDD both stay, since they're you can't really, if you have like two of them, you can't really just have two and not all three, right?
Yeah.
I killed Meta Knight.
Really?
Unfortunately. Frankly, I just needed another slot. That's kind of the whole reason. But if I had to say anything, I feel like DDD and Kirby are both kind of more iconic than Meta Knight, but that's also kind of a personal take. I don't know how people receive Meta Knight.
There's one game of leeway. Like, I'm fairly certain they're all three in every Kirby game, except for Kirby Streamline 2. There's no Meta Knight.
Yeah. Meta Knight, I definitely feel like has a certainly still has more there's still a lot of merit to keeping him, is the thing.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree. That is what I did.
Okay. I'd say we can keep them, like all three of them. Plus, also, this is Super Smash Bros. And, the guy that made Smash Bros. Is, the guy that made Kirby, and,
That's not a factor we have to consider. What if we're the developers, say?
Fair enough. That's fair and valid.
On that regard,
I would.
I'm not getting rid of Pit.
Yeah, like, Pit's awesome.
Yeah, Pit has become very intertwined with Smash because of Kid Icarus Uprising.
Yeah.
The other Uprising characters, though,
Don't get me wrong, I love Dark Pit. Like, he's been my main for a few years now, but, like,
yeah,
he's an
Pit's
active fighter.
cool.
He could be a costume in the same way that Dark Pit and Mario.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do we want to give him the costume treatment?
yes.
Yeah.
Alright,
also kinda just
slapping the
realized-
C on you, buddy.
Because of how Blast is happening, I'm not keeping track of points this time.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's alright, yeah.
It's a one-off thing, anyways. It's just
Yeah.
there. It's just there to make sure that everybody has something to look at.
It's the same thing. It's the big blastening.
Yeah, it's the same, only different. All right, Zero Suit.
Death.
Death.
I agree.
Death.
I'm not saying that Zero Suit Samus should have just been Ridley.
Who fucking
But Zero
killed
Suit
Ice
Samus
Climbers and
should have
Jiggly?
just been Ridley.
Who fucking killed Ices and Jigglypuff? All of us.
Or this is the debate list. This is not our individual list.
Yes, this is the active. We are working on this collectively list.
What's our tally for how many keeps we have so far?
How many games? Why did you kill Jigglypuff?
Because semi-clone.
We don't like
For-
Kerbant.
For as much of a legacy as Puff has, it is still Jigglypuff.
And also, I feel like what made Jigglypuff iconic just isn't relevant anymore. Because it was old Pokemon anime.
Hmm.
That is the only reason Jigglypuff was iconic.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
That specific Jigglypuff, I don't think has appeared in a really long time. And half the reason they added her in the first place was just to make the roster 12, and it was pretty easy to copy Kirby's moveset onto a pink ball Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. And just saying, the one character that, like, of the original 12 that almost didn't make it to Brawl. Okay, our hypothetical reworks on the table. Yes, this is not everybody just remaining stagnantly the same. This is just like character relevancy taken into account for character relevancy slash like what they mean to Smash as a whole.
Like relevancy to gaming as a whole and relevancy to Smash, which is why Falcon's still here, even if his hasn't gotten a new one in a while.
Because Falcon, like it or not, is more intertwined with Smash than any other character here, honestly. Like Falcon is known for Smash in at least some regard.
And the fact that some of you might know, I don't know, is that his moveset was pulled from the like placeholder fighter from before it was Smash Bros.
Yeah, I do agree that the character needs to be modernized to keep with the present day Smash. I think she would stay if we works around the table personally. I can see the argument, but we also have to cut half the roster.
Yeah, it's gonna get to a point where we just need to get down as well, and it's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Like, there's at least how many characters did I cut that I realistically wanted to keep?
Maybe she could be pulled back into relevancy with Fairy type as of Gen 6. That depends if her own relevancy is brought into something. It's like the main thing she is relevant for is honestly mostly melee and for being bad everywhere else.
Yep.
Like,
yo, we're talking
and then
about
obviously
rework.
like the anime stuff, but that's long since passed. What's up, Benj?
Have you people played Wario World?
No.
I have not, but I've seen Wario do some wacky shit in that game. I've seen a few bits of that game.
If we're keeping Wario, they need to rework him into a grappler. It would be so good. It's all I'm gonna say. Like a moveset
I
based
think
on
Wario
Wario
definitely
World
stays.
combat, that'd be peak.
I think Mario's staying either way, but
Yeah.
that would be interesting.
I need them to get rid of the fart, man.
I think Wario should just be a little more just. I think Wario World would be a very fun inspiration for him.
I think just to have Wario based on you realistically any of the games that came before WarioWare,
Mm-hmm.
but then Wario World could be a nice addition. You know, Shake It as well.
Shake It too. That's a good one.
Yeah. All right. Let's. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 cuts. 9 cuts. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 maybes, and then 3. We will turn these into skins, like alts.
I think we gotta get more liberal on the cutting
well,
because we're gonna get down to the bottom and we're gonna have nothing.
Well, also still in like
don't worry. The bottom has
pseudo
plenty to cut.
legacy era.
True.
Yeah,
The
we kind of have
bottom we
all
are
of
going
DLC,
to be very
and I-
heavy for terms of
on my
cut.
list, I kept 2 of them.
Yeah, like we have plenty of time. We have plenty of like if you want, we can go from the bottom up a little bit for now.
Oh no, I was just
You got a bike.
Oh yeah, Snake and Ike.
I like Ike. I kept Ike. I have
Oh,
no
wow.
reason for it. I just kept Ike.
Ike is kind of cool, but I don't think he does enough unique. I think there should be one Fire Emblem representative outside of March to actually represent the series. Ike is not that guy.
Yeah, I think that Ike is not the guy that I would keep if we're keeping Marth as the poster boy. If we could get rid of Marth, then yes, Ike. But Marth has to stay.
Yeah, he's too bare-bones sword fighter. He's filling an archetype more so than he's filling a Fire Emblem role, you know?
I like
Yeah.
Ike's games, but yeah, he's getting cut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then
understand.
Snake.
I cut him just because I hate fighting against him and I needed to get rid of some. But, I can also understand any argument for him staying.
Yeah. The first third-party rep in the series is definitely something to stand for, but at the same time, I don't know if it's strong enough to keep him here.
especially since he was another character who didn't get into Brawl because of copyright reasons, or I think that's technically the reason Nintendo didn't get permissions.
Uh-huh.
And he was only added into Ultimate because they changed the symbol to the exclamation point.
Right. I think there's definitely room to cut him.
Yeah, I understand getting rid of him. I kept him solely because he's like shooter McGun game kind of, but that's a shitty argument even.
Yeah. Pokemon trainer, I feel like this is a no-brainer if we keep this guy.
Yeah, it's 3-in-1. It's got Charizard there. Like, you can't not.
I thought I got rid of Trainer.
Does Roy at least get... Okay, Stars bringing
I
up,
think
does Roy
Pikachu
at
and
least...
Pokemon Trainer are all the Pokemon rep we need NGL.
Right.
Pikachu and Pokemon trainer? I mean, I could see that argument. Also, does Roy at least get skin privileges? Roy has Marth too, but I think he should keep it legacy skin.
It's like...
I mean, I guess
I don't know. Like, you can make that argument in Melee because they have the animations that they just copied. But, like, they changed them up enough in Smash 4 and then again in Ultimate that I don't know if you could.
I'm not sure on that. That feels like
I honestly want Marth to be hit with the Bowser Jr. Ray and just be a bunch of Fey Lords.
Yeah, that could be cool.
Honestly, yeah. I could see that. Diddy Kong.
Like, I don't think you could do that with all of them, but like you could definitely do that for the other Marths that are already in the game.
But
I didn't keep K. Rool or Diddy.
you already have 3 alts to potentially do. I mean, we do have 3 alts to potentially do it with if we're just going off of the who we're currently cutting out of the FE cast.
Realistically, the issue then is that Lucina, Roy, and Chrom, or Lucina, Marth, and Chrom have very similar color palettes.
Right.
Like, Chrom is probably the most different, as the most amount of gray as opposed to blue, but Marth and Lucina are really similar.
I mean, yeah, Lucina is very intentional in that regard.
Yeah. Granted, there is a skin on Alf that is just Olimar, so...
Yeah. How about we look at the next character? Diddy Kong. How do we feel about, like, if we have, like, Donkey Kong by himself, is he enough to carry, is he enough to just carry, like, Donkey Kong as a franchise? Or do we need more than just one of him?
I'm gonna say no.
Give him like a barrel cannon up special and you're good. Something like that.
That is true.
I honestly treat DK more like a Mario character now.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you did like more DK stuff with DK as opposed to monkey stuff with DK, then probably get away with that.
I think that Diddy Kong is important enough to say he would because Diddy Kong is the character that like is the character that is more akin to like the DKC lineage rather than the Mario character side of things. K-Rool even more so, but Diddy Kong is very intrinsic to that.
Yeah, I kept Diddy as well. So
Fun fact, I was watching Designing 4 the other day. Apparently Diddy Kong Racing at one point was the most pre-ordered game for the N64.
Huh. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Huh. Also, Star made an excellent point on the whole Marth skin thing. Sonic exists.
Sonic does exist. Well, Sonic exists because mandates. You were not allowed to make it, but you were not allowed to make him a not shade of blue. That is just a mandate that Sega has.
There's also Cloud and Separate.
It's like foreshadowing.
Lucas gets cut.
Yeah, Lucas gets cut.
I know F-Zero is like kind of hand in hand with Smash nowadays. I'd argue Mother like that franchise really only kept going because of Smash.
Oh, to be fair, well, the passion in quotes for the Mother series kept going because of Smash. The games themselves stopped at 3.
Yep.
Yeah,
Because
that's
the
me.
games
Never got
themselves
right.
stopped at 3 because like the people that made the game said we have no reason to make another one. Does not excuse Lucas being from being cut though. Now, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Please, for the love of God, rework him.
I wholeheartedly agree, but Sonic T Hedgehog. I don't think we can cut him.
I think he stays.
Yeah.
I think because of the red guy at the top left corner of the screen that is always in the top left corner of every character select, outside of like Melee because Dr. Mario exists.
And yeah, they just did their clones weird.
Yeah. Outside of like Melee, one like the guy at the top left of the screen, Mr. Mario, the fact that he exists and like keeping his like legacy rival, his legacy just like generational legacy rival there in Super Smash Brothers. That makes sense, you know?
Yep.
There's merit to that. He is part of the history. Yeah,
I'm trying to think of a reason not to keep Sonic. Like I don't.
I can't
don't
see the
have one.
reason.
Like
I
the
feel
only
like-
thing I can think of is the playstyle, but like that can be rectified.
Right.
Hmm.
I-
Wrong button.
Olimar?
I
Olimar
got-
exists? I think you gotta rep Pikmin. Pikmin's big nowadays, man.
Yeah,
But I
you
think
definitely
that's better
have
done
to.
in a new rep is the thing.
I think
So-
Pikmin is a core Nintendo franchise now.
100% it is. Also, I need to find like a good blue for the. You know what? We're going purple.
Yeah, fair enough.
I will say, if they cut Olimar and put in Ochi as a new fighter, I would not be mad.
What if? Okay, hear me out. You don't necessarily have to change Olimar's playstyle, although I think you should. It's kind of annoying. But then, what if you did the villager thing, where you have a bunch of costumes that are just based on the different cosmetic options of Pikmin 4?
Ooh, that'd be good.
Skin.
So my feelings are hurt
Oh.
by cutting Lucas, but I also get it since this game didn't even come out to the US. Yeah, and it never will. Just get the
Ever.
fan translation already.
Just get it on your 3DS. It's peak. It's peak on your DS.
I think Olimar definitely stays. He, like Olimar and the legacy of Pikmin. Pikmin is like very core Nintendo franchise now because of Pikmin 4.
One of the only franchises where every game is on the Switch right now.
Yeah,
Donkey
Captain Falcon
Kong's
can
getting
almost
close.
say that.
Yeah.
Like DK
We
and
need, like-
Falcon are both really close.
We need DK64.
We need DK64
And
and we
Wii
need
Fit.
F-Zero GX.
I think one or two of the land games are still not on the Game Boy, but I don't know if people
How
count
about
those.
Donkey Kong Land?
Okay, we need Donkey Kong 2.
So true. Get Stanley the Bugman or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 3. Never mind.
Lucario.
Oh, one.
Bye.
Yep.
Bye. Goodbye. Right. Goodbye.
What?
We can agree.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
I understand getting rid of him. I kept him because he's cool.
He
Here's the real thing. Like, Lucario is a very important Pokemon. It was one of the few that got revealed early.
You're right. You're right because
It's
he
super
is a very important and popular Pokemon. and that's making me upset because we already have 3 reps. But we have also 4 Mario reps, so we can get one more.
To be fair,
Pokemon's that big. I think we can.
Okay,
we
we can make some room.
Like we got rid of Puff, so
we have 6 Mario characters.
Oh yeah, we do have 6. Oh god, like we have Mario, Luigi,
Peach,
technically
Bowser.
Yoshi because Yoshi's Mario, Peach, Bowser.
Yeah.
Donkey
Funny that
Kong's
they made,
almost
like,
Mario,
Yoshi
so it
Mario.
pretty much is Mario.
Like they made them their own series, but they probably are still more associated with Mario.
Yeah. Wario is like halfway there, but then they just kind of forgot about his his platformer games. So it's like, never mind.
Toon Link goodbye forever.
Yeah, goodbye Toon Link.
Solid games, bud, but you didn't really
Genuinely,
represent them.
Wolf.
other than the down air, what is different between Toon Link and Young Link? Just for the
Young Link-
Toon
See,
Link
here's the
does not
weird
use
thing.
kicks.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
Toon
Just
Link's
checking.
Nair and back air are sword swings.
Mm-hmm.
It also has like there's a lot of intricacies and like knockback and combos and stuff, but like
Yeah, I understand.
they're still both the small zoner, super zonery quick links.
There's so many things that they could have done with Toon Link that they didn't do. Why is his fucking forward smash not the jump slash, and why is his up B not the hurricane spin?
Real.
They could have used the skull hammer. They could have used like Deku Leaf.
Like there could have
Fame,
been
boomerang, hook shot,
yeah.
bow trio, and bomb.
If you do bring him back, make him use the different items of the in from fucking Wind Waker or something. If you're not gonna bring him back, then fine. Goodbye, good riddance.
And better yet, you could like Toon Link is featured in so many games. There's so many things you could pull from beyond Wind Waker.
Mm-hmm.
Like Wind Waker is the most well known, and that's what they reference the most in Smash because they use that art style. But like, there's more. You could give him a whip if you wanted.
Yeah, but that aside, with this cut character, how about Wolf?
I would cut Wolf.
Yeah, he's different enough from Fox to justify it from a moveset angle, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I kept him, but I can also understand. Like,
I can see the merits for both sides. Like, I
You
feel
also-
like
you could make the like villain argument if there's gonna be like there's not going to be a hero and a villain for every character, but if Fox is important enough that you could give him Wolf,
I'm giving
that's
him the we'll decide later treatment.
yeah.
Because we're 50-50 on it, then just Mooney cut, and then I'm with Lineup and saying like there's merit to him staying. So we're 50-50, we move on.
Okay,
Villager.
really hot take. Cut Villager, keep Isabelle.
I did that exact same thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, I can see the idea.
Yet it's
I can-
Villager or Isabelle.
I can see the idea there, but yeah, it's very funny. It's very funny seeing just the idea of it. Like, we represent this series not with the character that you play as, but with the character that showed up like an entire decade late, like after the series was shown off.
That's the bit with their marketing. It's all just Isabelle. Isabelle runs the social media.
You're right though. You're correct.
Isabelle is the face now, and it's awesome. Isabelle.
You're correct. I'm giving Villager a personal we decide later. I can say Isabel can. I'd say Isabel can stay because you're all right. If brass taxes, if it comes down to brass taxes, we can cut Villager. Right now, though, I think like we'll see if we have room.
Blue is the brass tax color. I like that.
Animal Crossing's Villager is too core to the franchise IMO. Like I said, I can see the arguments for it. Or if you really want to, if you really want to, like you can have like 7 villager costumes and then have Isabel as an alt.
That could work too, because I would still keep one, get rid of another.
Yeah.
Like Isabel has a lot of different moves, but like if you had to consolidate them to one, it wouldn't be weird.
No,
Yeah.
They're
semi-clones.
Yeah.
It's like
Super Fighting Robot?
Super Fighting Robot.
He was one I
Okay,
got
now
rid of.
hot take for Mega Man. You cut him for a different Capcom rep, Monster Hunter.
Ooh, I'm down. You sold me. Let's cut that blue fuck. We're role playing as Capcom right now. It's okay.
Damn.
I mean, we know you ain't getting X. We know you ain't getting 0.
We've had previous assist trophies get promoted, but
Like Monster Hunter or fucking Ace Attorney. That's kind of a stretch, but he was in Marvel vs. Capcom and it was cool.
I think that like it in hindsight now after playing like the Mega Man X games, like playing Mega Man X4 like through like X1 through 6, it makes me all the more upset seeing how Zero was how they showed off Zero, make him disappear, and then have the next fucking shot be assist trophies. It's like, damn, you're really just gonna do him like that, huh?
Mega Man X would be so much cooler.
Yeah, I feel like personally, for as much of a legacy Mega Man himself has for like just the hashtag so retro gaming things, I think that like I can see the reason why you would cut him for like just someone else.
And I think there's like a playstyle argument to be made. I don't know if it's possible to make Mega Man anything but a zoner. And in his current state, no thanks.
I think if they kept him, I want them to give him a soul. I
You
I
know,
don't like how he
has
just
no
looks
soul,
like
dude.
one-to-one.
I want like the you know how like his just renders were like back in like the 90s or like 80s and 90s, just like how it looked like in the promotional art. It looked really cool.
So happy. He looks so joyous and like kind of alive even.
Yeah.
Almost like that's the bit.
And then this guy looks like you took the word super fighting robot and we're like, yeah, this is what this guy is. Super fighting robot.
That's all he does.
I'm a Mega Man now. I'm cutting him.
Dr. Wily would be so proud of us.
We Fit Trainer.
I kept her.
Hear
me out. Hear me out. She's really niche, but she is the only sports game rep.
We have Mies.
That's all I got.
We have the Mii's though.
The Mii's are a package deal.
Yeah. Also, Stardust at the point has to be modern village proportions. Well, you're saying that as if they wouldn't do that.
They'd probably just size up.
Yeah.
Consider this. Iggy.
Iggy, just
yeah.
just as a
The
character,
proportions are already
yeah.
so wild in like the new Super Mario Bros. Games, but they had to consolidate all the Koopalings bodies into Bowser Jr.
They hit him with a frying pan.
Metal pipe.
Perfect.
Yeah. I understand cutting Wii Fit.
Yeah, I can't think of enough of a reason.
Yeah. For as niche and as funny as it would be to keep her, and then cutting characters like fucking Lucas, Roy, Ike, Snake, Ice
We
Climbers.
Snake for Wii Fit trainer.
Huh?
We cut Snake for Wii Fit.
I'm down. That's a noble sacrifice.
You know what? Just for the bit, I'm gonna put her as a if we have room.
Brass tacks.
Brass taxes.
Kill
Rosalina, Luma.
So it's gonna be interesting when we get down to the weeds of it.
Rosalina and Luma. We have fucking 6 Mario characters. I know that
Rosa.
Rosalina has popularity, but I don't know if she has that much to keep her compared to who we already have.
I'm realizing that my roster, not counting Yoshi and Wario as Mario characters, I only got rid of 2.
But okay, my argument for not having Rosalina, we don't have Daisy. Well, I guess Daisy's an all for our argument.
I mean, yeah,
So it's
Daisy
like,
was already just like a
That's
color
the
scheme.
one thing. You can't really make Rosa a skin of Peach. That's just not
no,
like
that's not
Rosa's
right.
not peppy. It just wouldn't. I don't know.
Rosalina is a very different character. Daisy is still a princess and was already meant to be like a swap of Peach, you know?
Rosalina was always her own.
Rosalina is just entirely different.
She's like cool stoner aunt versus Peach is like. Yeah, I don't even know what you would describe Peach as, to be honest.
I have a
Peach
joke
is just
proposition
generic
for you.
royalty. Oh, what's up?
I have a joke proposition for you.
What's up?
We get rid of Rosalina, but not Luma.
Just a single fucking Luma. Can it be Lubba?
Sorry, it's just Rosalina, but we keep Luma.
Yeah. Lum.
We keep Lum. Okay, little Mac.
Holy shit, Rayman! I kept Little Mac, but I don't have a good argument for him.
Little Mac
I
has
cut Little Mac NGL.
best viewers on.
Wow, that's so cool.
That's so cool, guys.
It didn't even remove the copy paste. It said remove the space afterwards.
Yeah.
What a bad spam.
All right.
Anyways,
Yeah, Little Mac. I think Little Mac has gained enough of a reputation in Smash. Honestly.
Yeah.
He's gained enough representation, just enough, and has just enough like legacy behind him for me to consider it.
I kept him. This is a little biased, but I think the Punch-Out games are really cool, and I think they could make another one pretty reasonably.
Yeah.
But like, so little of that is actually represented. Like, the most they have represented of Punch-Out is that Mac only uses fists. His fists.
Yeah.
He has nothing else.
I think we mark him with blue for now.
Yeah, he's
Brass
blue.
tacks.
We're gonna have a lot of blue. Oh god.
That's good though, because I honestly have any of you been keeping tally? Because I haven't.
Not really. Like, so we have, okay, currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Magic number's 43, right?
Yeah, that's the number to
Mm.
keep. Or that's half.
So we have 19 cut, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the we don't know yet list.
I'd say that's a solid position to be in.
Hmm. Greninja.
I would get the weeds.
Greninja is like, I feel like the rest of this row should be keeps minus Mr. Namco. Greninja is Charizard 2 in popularity and being Pokemon's foray into 3D, and the rest I think are unique / important enough characters. Greninja is okay. Here's the thing with Greninja. If you have Sheik, you don't have Greninja. If you have Greninja, you don't have Sheik. It's one of the two. I feel like it's one of the two. Because those two share similar archetypes, and who else does?
So I guess the question there is, how important is Sheik to Zelda versus how important is Greninja to Pokemon?
Okay, how important is having a 4th Zelda rep compared to having a 5th Pokemon rep? Or to having a 5th?
He got a fusion with
Lucario.
With Ash. Like, I think Greninja could stay. I think the argument's there.
I
The Gen 6 Pokemon anime was happening and being developed alongside Smash 4, which is why there's some like parallels between Ash's Greninja and the Greninja in Smash, to the point where they added the Ultimate form in his final Smash in Ultimate.
Ash Greninja was a big fucking deal too.
yeah.
Yeah, Greninja, like, they did that one poll in 2020, and it was the most popular Pokemon.
All
They
right.
added it in Alola. Like,
Okay.
I see the vision.
For the sake of literal most popular Pokemon, I'm cutting Sheik and keeping Greninja.
Yeah, literal most popular Pokemon. Like, it's not, this isn't Charizard favoritism, right? It's literally the most popular Pokemon.
Yeah.
And also, it hasn't really gotten a major thing as much as Charizard has, anyway.
Uh-huh.
I'm also much more of a fan of it personally.
You know, that's valid. So we keep Greninja, cut Sheik. Now, Palutena, Pac-Man, and Robin are the next 3 in this row.
I'm not upset if they all go. I like Robin, but
Okay. Real talk
don't
with
think
the
Robin is
last
good.
of the 3 Fire Emblems. If
Good
we're
luck
gonna
for
make an argument for what for 1 or 2 of them, it would be Robin and Byleth.
Yeah, I kept Robin.
Like, I can see the argument for Robin for his importance as a more or less co-lead to Awakening, and it's also Awakening, the game that brought Fire Emblem back into the public eye in the US. But then there's also Byleth, who led the best-selling Fire Emblem game.
and also actually represents the weapon triangle.
Yeah, and represented
Robin's got a really unique moveset compared to all the other Fire Emblem characters.
Okay.
Too.
Of the 2 though, which one do we want to keep more? And the other one we could mark as blue.
Oh,
For
okay.
solely up to me, I would have both, but at some point I gotta cut one of them. I decided to keep Byleth.
Decided to keep Byleth.
I would keep Byleth.
I'm
I'm honestly on the side of
2.
yeah. I think Byleth is definitely the more like Robin is also interesting in how he plays. Like he plays completely differently to to Marth and every other Fire Emblem character. And just like he's a resource management character in this game. It's unique. Yeah. It's interesting in a way that Steve isn't.
Yep.
All right, so we keep Byleth. Robin is on the potential cutting list. Palutena and Pac-Man now.
I honestly cut Palu.
Yeah, same.
I can see the reason.
I cut Palu. If we cut Pac-Man, though, I'll be a little upset. I like Pac-Man.
See, that's the thing. I cut Pac-Man.
How dare you! He just wants to represent his arcade games and go waka waka.
Yeah,
I will say, having played the like Pac-Man World games, his moveset could definitely be a lot more, but like he's fun.
I think that like Pac-Man is weird because of the fact that like Pac-Man is Pac-Man has a lot of cultural relevancy just in terms of gaming as a whole.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you do with him? It is cool to keep him there since, like, you know, he's kind of with Game & Watch as the old guy here, the oldest guy here. So it's like, what do you do with this guy? Do I make him blue again? Do I make him blue too?
There is going to be at least one bandy character they make the game.
Yeah, there is going to be at least one Namco character. So I feel like Pac-Man for the relevancy of this is Bandai Namco that is making Smash Bros. Realistically, like, I mean, technically he is just there, and he is like relevant enough in terms of general gaming culture. I don't know. What did you put, Mooney? Because I'm kind of on the side of I could see why you keep him. Bench kept. Lineup said no. What are we thinking?
Is the pack back?
Is the pack back?
I kept him on mine, but I also kept Kazuya.
Also kept Kazuya.
Oh, he's Namco, isn't he?
I think
yes.
if you're gonna keep one Namco character, you keep Pac-Man.
I can understand that.
Shulk.
Keep him. Xenoblade's big.
That's a keep.
Yeah,
that's a keeper. Like Shulk.
I kept all the fighting games characters NGL.
I'd at least get rid of Ken. Like, he's the most different Echo Fighter, but he's still an Echo Fighter at the end of the day.
He's still an Echo Fighter, and he represents the same. He represents the same game as Ryu. Terry and Kazuya both represent different games.
How are you feeling about Junior, though?
Junior, I think he crosses the threshold of being of alongside Rosalina and Luma, or I guess just Rosalina if we're going by what we're doing.
Joke. I didn't think it actually
too many.
We are exclusively keeping Morton.
Yeah, we're exclusive.
And Morton.
Okay, putting a green M.
Oh, wait a minute. Koopa Kid.
Okay, putting a K for Koopa Kid.
That's where he went. And hold
We're not actually doing that. We're cutting him, right?
Yeah.
I think that's fine, honestly.
He's not very unique. Like, there's not a... I don't know. Other than the skins, really, what's special about him?
Well, the fact that the Final Smash is based on Mario Sunshine, but that doesn't make any sense given the other 7 Koopa Links.
Yeah. But what's special about Junior is just the fact that he's like, I don't know. He's weird. He's the weird Mario character. But even then, you could say the same about Rosalina and Luma.
I think it's fine because I also feel like fundamentally Junior and the Koopalings, they mold well enough together, but they're also different enough. Like I think the only game they both appear in is New Super Mario Bros. Wii
Mm-hmm.
and the kart racers, but
And no Soup U.
Is Junior in you?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, I just didn't know.
He was in like the World 7 airship or something. Where he punched his own airship to death.
But yeah, even then, in both games, they're different, right? Like the Koopalings are world bosses, whereas Junior is an occasional boss.
Yeah, Junior is the I'm in the clown car boss.
I also remember, just now remembering that Junior was a support in the final Bowser fight of you.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we're agreeing on cutting him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now on to the Smash 4 DLC plus 10. Ryu.
Okay.
I say
I'm
goodbye.
only gonna say this for this guy. It's fucking Ryu, dude. You can't not keep him. It's Ryu, dude. Like,
Can't keep him?
yeah, keep Ryu.
Oh yeah, I thought I heard that. Okay.
Sorry, I worded that badly.
I can say
I think Ken goes.
Yeah, Ken goes.
Yeah.
Ryu definitely stays because he is Ryu from Streets.
Yep.
It's Ryu,
He is
dude.
Ryu from Streets. You cannot get rid of that guy.
In a
That's like-
similar vein. It's fucking Cloud, dude.
Yeah.
It is Cloud motherfucking
Cloud.
Strife from Final Fantasy VII.
Listen, as long as we don't have any more Square Enix like permission issues, like we almost had going into Ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should forget Fey Fates.
Yep.
Yeah, we
I agree.
bye Corin. It's okay. Bye.
See, here's the funny thing, though. Fates is also like the second best-selling Fire Emblem game.
Okay, but still
The
bye
thing
bye
is-
Corin.
Yeah, a significantly higher number of people don't like the game. It just sold well.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know if
Now
I'm one of them. It was my
now
first
we're
Fire
on
Emblem
to
game. I don't like Orin.
the Queen of Smash 4.
Out.
Get out of here.
I kept her because she's like the one character that I can think of that's from like DMC, Bayonetta, like those kinds of games. I don't know what they're called, like the beat 'em ups. But that's not a very
Hack
good
and
reason.
slash.
Yeah.
I think maybe in that regard, maybe if you upgraded Cloud, because I think Final Fantasy VII R kind of plays like that, although I could be very wrong.
I have not played that. I've heard good things though.
I don't know much about. I especially don't know everything about Devil May Cry, but from what I have seen of Bayonetta, and from not having played it, I can see similarities between Bayonetta and then Final Fantasy VII R and also Xenoblade.
FF7 Remake is an action RPG.
Like
Not
Kingdom
that
Hearts,
same.
kinda.
Yeah, probably.
Alright.
I thought it was RTS, but
Mm.
I think that Bayo definitely feels the niche of having a hack and slash like character in like represented in Smash, but I don't know.
No, yeah, I can understand why you'd want to cut her. We've already got Sega reps.
Yeah, I mean Sega rep Sonic T-Hog.
I think we can honestly just get more Sonic characters and it'd be good.
Eggman, please.
Knuckles.
Eggman or Knuckles. Like I think Eggman or Knuckles, one of those two.
Yeah.
I think Splatoon is too big to cut Inkling.
Yeah, no, you cannot cut
Yeah.
Inkling. Cannot cut Inkling.
Yeah.
Inkling is definitely the keeper here, because it's like, lest we forget how well Splatoon 3 sold in Japan.
You know, Splatoon popped off. Like,
You know,
as a game that a series that debuted on the Wii U and was popular enough to get 2 sequels before Pikmin 4.
Yeah. It's insane. The entire lifespan of like the Splatoon series existed between Pikmin 3 and 4. That shit's been popping off. So it's like you can't get rid of Inkling right now, because it's like it's Inkling, and I have an inkling that if you get rid of Inkling, that's not gonna go. That you can't do that. You just can't.
I would prefer a slight rework to add S2 and S3 weapons to their kit.
Yeah,
Oh,
I definitely agree there, but outside of that, it's like, you know, it's Inkling. You can't get rid of him.
Yeah.
Now, how do we feel about big ol' Ridley?
It's like a weird character to keep, but I feel like he's important enough.
Yeah.
He's definitely important.
Him, Bowser, and Eggman.
Him, Bowser, and Ganondorf.
Yeah, they're probably the most iconic Nintendo villains.
Mm-hmm. This is like, Bowser's obviously the big guy. Ganondorf's obviously the great king of evil. And then Ridley is just iconic because it's just like, it's fucking Ridley.
Yep.
Ridley's like more niche, but if you look into his lore, like he's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking
yeah.
cool and pretty fucking menacing. So yeah, I say that's he's kind of he's definitely a keeper. Simon and Richter though.
Okay, I kept Simon, but I can see why you would cut him.
Yeah, see, I was really excited to see Simon in the game. I also cut both of them.
I say you at least cut Richter. Simon, I can see why you would. I can see why you would keep him, but I don't see why you would keep both. Actually, obviously, if we're gonna do anything, obviously we do the skin, but do we keep Simon?
This will sound kind of mean.
Hmm.
I genuinely think Castlevania might have been the weakest third party put into Smash. Maybe that's just because I don't really care about the Castlevania games. That is on me, but I just feel like I don't know.
It has the legacy. It has the legacy of being that hard NES game sort of deal.
Other than the show, I have no idea what Castlevania is doing right now. How about that? Other than that Vampire Survivors crossover or whatever. That was funny.
Clearly you haven't played Castlevania Pachinko.
What?
Pachinko? That sounds awesome.
That's
I
a
fucking love
statement of all
Pachinko.
time.
I love Pachinko. It's not like actual gambling Pachinko, is it?
Well, while we figure that out, I'm putting him as blue for now.
Yeah, I think that's a brass tax, if anything.
K. Rool.
Castlevania, oh no.
What do we think about King Rool?
I genuinely think if if the Smash ballot didn't happen, I don't think he would have gotten in.
Yeah, I think we have DK, we have Diddy Kong. For as much as it is for as much as he is a pretty good villain, I don't see it.
I don't have a good reason to keep him, because not even Nintendo's really bothering with him right now.
His legacy does not extend past DK64.
Which sucks, because he's such a fun one.
He's a very fun character, but it's like,
kill him for 4 games.
yeah, like he is a very fun character, and he is definitely a character. But is he enough of a character to like, you know, bring back?
If this were 2000, he would probably be up there with like Bowser and Ganon, but he's not, unfortunately.
No, we are 25 years past your. It is 25 years past your prime, Bucko. You gotta put your money where your mouth is.
Fair.
His comeback in the Switch 2 DK 3D game that's totally gonna happen is gonna rule.
Mhm.
Bring in a Mario Kart.
I'm coping so hard.
Right. Incineroar.
The one character I really wanted to keep, but I didn't have a good
the
reason to.
the Gen 7 mod.
It's my opinion here is that Incineroar and Smash is the reason the Alola starter trio is my favorite trio. And I also have to give him some points for being the only Pokemon to have a pretty much accurate shiny skin.
Right.
That said, get him out of here.
Yeah. That also being said, if you do bring him back, give him Parting Shot.
What?
The actual BGC menace that he is.
Yeah.
You gotta give him fake out too.
Oh, I see. I understand now.
Alright. I don't understand anything about this guy, right? We can just move on with our day.
Please trade him with Bandana D. Please trade him with Bandana D. I beg of you.
If there's any enemy, if there's any like quote unquote common enemy to represent, the special Waddle Dee makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. That D.
Alright, it's DLC time.
Alright, yeah, but it's the DLC, and then the Mii's afterwards. What do we do with these? I was about to say jokers. But what do we do with these jokers?
I think we keep the one actual Joker.
I can see why he would be kept.
I want to say like Persona 5 gave the Persona series the spotlight it had been missing for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And it and Royal, Persona 5 Royal, are probably the reason that Persona 3 Reload exists nowadays.
And
Also Persona 5 has 2 side games.
Yeah. And also like the way that he was revealed,
Fucking awesome.
there was like genuinely I don't think that's been topped.
Oh yeah. Single best reveal in the entire series.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense. He's fun. He reps a really good, fun franchise that's fucking huge nowadays, both in the West and Japan.
Okay, Joker put his money where his mouth is. Okay, we can mirror. Hero.
Dragon Quest. I kept Dragon Quest
Quest.
too, but I can understand why you'd kill him.
He is the legacy RPG man. Like just the legacy JRPG man. I can see the reasons why you would keep him, but at the same time, it's like,
Yeah, it's tough. I didn't keep him. I don't know if I necessarily have a reason for it. Like, you can rework some of the things that are the problem, right? You can get rid of crits, that's fine.
I think there's merit to just having a the legacy man here.
Does that also then apply to Banjo?
Does that apply to Banjo?
I'm gonna say something
I
mean.
think that Huh? You can go first.
We
sorry.
either keep Banjo or we keep Steve. I don't know if there's room for both of them.
Okay.
I mean, as in my case, we've already marked to keep Byleth. I've gotten rid of every other DLC.
I personally think that the difference, like, Banjo, I think, does not have nearly as much legacy as Hero does, because Hero represents an entire genre.
Yeah.
Like, Banjo, to an extent, kind of does. He represents an era of a genre, but I don't see like Hero like represents an entire genre, an entire like genre that is still like very actively there. The 3D Collectathon was just kind of Banjo himself, more or less incarnated into this guy.
Yeah. And then like the third one just wasn't even popular.
Yeah.
For
Hero,
all
I'm
of
putting
the,
him as blue.
History with Banjo, it really was just two really good games. I don't know how far that can take it when those two games were like 2000 and before.
Yeah.
I don't
I mean, how
know.
does that work for like... There's definitely some comparisons to be made for other characters we have, right? Like,
Mhm.
like Pit was realistically one really good game. Fuck Kid Icarus on the NES.
Yeah,
But that was a really good game.
you're not wrong.
That's a weird comparison I just made, and now I feel like I have to get rid of both or keep both, which I didn't do.
To be fair, it's not actually fair because Uprising was 2012.
Yeah, it is
no.
more recent.
Fuck.
Plus, like, the way that Pit is intrinsically designed is also designed more around Smash. Banjo is designed as a 3D as the mashup of how he plays as a 3D collectathon. Pit is designed like Pit was designed with Smash more or less with his redesign.
Right.
Pit has become a Smash Bros. Character more than like his own character in a sense, since the last guy that made Pit like that Kid Icarus game, the guy that made Smash.
Who voices King Unity in Smash?
Yeah. So I think Pit gets a pass here because Pit is very intrinsically designed around Smash as well as just being partially a franchise. Banjo doesn't get that luxury since he is not designed with Smash in mind. He is designed to reference his own game in Smash. And I don't think you can get away with doing that twice.
Yeah.
All right, we're down to 7 more decisions before we have to go back. Well, it's 10 more if we count the Mii fighters as well.
I kept Terry because his games are literally the reason Smash exists.
That is a very good reason.
That is valid.
Yeah, I like how he plays too. He's fun.
I feel like, that's a really good reason, but I feel like if that reason were stronger, he would have been here before Ultimate DLC. Is that a fair thing to say?
I get you because like Ryu was in before him.
I think that that's fair, but at the same time, I can understand why he's only here by Ultimate DLC because Ryu was Smash 4 DLC. Because what other fighting game character would you put before him? Because like you aren't putting Terry before Ryu. You just aren't putting him in before Ryu.
And I guess maybe it just took that long to figure out how to make Ryu work in the engine.
Yeah, and like that's kind of like what I'm thinking. It's just like I think that the way like where Terry is makes sense, and I can see why he'd be kept. So
I can accept this.
Like,
I also think almost the entirety of the next row gets cut.
I think that's not a contentious opinion.
yeah, no,
I don't.
Min Min, you
On.
don't have as much. You don't have your game did not have as nearly as
We-
much
we
staying
can
power as it should have been.
Talk
As
about
it should
Min
have.
more.
Huh?
Min Min is the polar opposite of Joker in reveal. Because they literally said it was just gonna be an ARMS character. like a
Sorry,
month before.
Min Min gets super crossed out.
You got a game that didn't sell well, a playstyle that everyone hates.
So
Lackluster
Pyramithra,
reveal.
bye, right? Do we
Yeah,
want to have another
I think
Xenoblade
that's
character?
fair.
I don't know. I feel like Pyramithra. Yeah.
I kept because Xenoblade 2 and 3 are a lot more different than 1, but
That-
like
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think, see, my opinion there is that, like, I think that's a fair assessment, but I think to the average person playing Smash, they're not going to understand that or care.
mhm.
Like, even if your only exposure to Pokemon is through Smash, you still understand that Pokemon is huge, right?
right.
There are design similarities between Shulk and the swords, but there's not any design similarities between, like, Pikachu and Incineroar, right?
Yeah.
I kind of get what you're saying, yeah.
Okay. Here's one that I think we can like. Sora. Like
See, like,
for
the other thing is, I'm so glad that Sora's in the game.
Right.
We're not getting him a second time. There's no way Disney is saying yes a second time.
yeah, well, there's no way there's no way in hell that we're getting him more than once, and I think the fact that he is the last person in Smash Ultimate is saying like, you get him this one time. Be thankful that he's here.
Right.
It's not happening again.
Like
He plays so strange.
he certainly has a legacy. He certainly has a legacy, and he certainly has the like the staying power of being here, for being here. But you know, it's Sora. How do you get him? How do you get him in here again?
This is the closest
They got
we're ever getting to, like,
rid of Donald and Goofy.
Yeah,
they
like,
literally
the
couldn't put
closest-
Donald and Goofy in the game.
the closest we're getting to like Mickey and Smash or SpongeBob and Smash or any of that kind of shit. I'm putting genuine money on it.
You know,
$20
Sora
eShop
is
card
the border
right now.
there. He is the border between getting non-game characters into this game.
There is the Mickey symbol on the Keyblade.
That's all. Yeah, that's all we're gonna get out of that.
That probably cost Nintendo millions.
Looking a single Mickey Mouse logo.
Yep.
I mean, frankly, the fact that we got as little as we did, I think I'm thankful for that, because it's like, I don't want to play Smash and look at Mickey Mouse.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that rat anywhere near
Yeah.
my fighting game.
All right, we've got 4 more: Steve, Sephiroth, Pyramithra, Kazuya.
Okay. Why would you get rid of Steve other than because of how he plays?
And reworks are on the table, so I'll be honest, I got rid of him because I was out of space.
Fair.
Yeah, Steve is like a character that I can totally 100% see why you would keep. And at the same time, I cannot think of a good reason why you would get rid of him outside of just like how dominant he is in Ultimate currently. But that has nothing to do with the new game, like this new hypothetical
need a
game we're
rework.
playing.
100%.
Yes, 5,000,000%
But-
needs a rework.
That's not a consideration here.
Yeah, but like he is still Minecraft Steve, and he is still representing Minecraft.
And Alex and Zombie and Enderman or whatever. Were there any more?
Steve,
No,
I think, is the keeper.
3 Steve skins, 3 Alex skins, Zombie, and Enderman.
Like Sephiroth, Pyramithra, Kazuya.
If we
I
if we
honestly
get rid
want a
of,
different Zeno series rep. I think Cosmos would be cool, but Noah is more likely.
Yeah. Pyramithra is just kind of like, it's just like, you know, you really gonna put Rex in for Xenoblade 2 instead?
yeah, that's
Yeah, I don't know. These three are kind of the up in the air ones for me. This is like Sephiroth, you know, you have Cloud. I think I'd actually kill Steve.
if Sephiroth went, would that get rid of like all the extra Final Fantasy like music and shit he brought in with it?
Probably not, because the only reason some of that stuff wasn't there in the first place was because of how stingy Square was being at first.
Right.
Clearly, they let up on that enough to get Sephiroth and some more music in the first place, but like, Base Ultimate almost didn't have Cloud, and there are also no Final Fantasy spirits, like at all.
Mm-hmm.
At least before Sephiroth.
I did not know that about the spirits, to be honest.
Yeah, Cloud also, like, every player character has a unique spirit that takes official artwork from their home series. Cloud did not have any because of that as well. But then when they added the Final Fantasy VII spirits with Sephiroth, then he got his own.
That's good. They retroact. That's good.
Yeah.
Actually, Star
Robin
makes a
also
good
doesn't
point
have
of.
it for some reason, which is strange because there's definitely official artwork of Robin.
Actually, Star's making a good point about Steve. Mechanically, Steve added a major text to develop in the game. Also defies almost everything that Smash stands for with his gimmick to me. Like, I think the big thing with how Steve works mechanically, like, if you want to be faithful to Minecraft and while still making it a competent fighting game, if you're making a new platform fighter with Steve as part of the roster, would Steve look right with everybody else that we have here currently?
I mean, I guess realistically, no.
And from the ground up, if we're like say every fighter has like some sort of complexity, like some sort of unique complexity added to them, how more or less complex should Steve realistically be? Because he can literally make, like, realistically, you can't have Minecraft without him being able to add blocks to the game.
Right.
So it's like, I don't see how he could work mechanically in a new Smash game without if he's part of the base roster. I don't see how you could make him function mechanically without like making everybody else feel paltry in comparison.
Isn't that genie kind of out of the bottle already, though?
The catch there is that maybe art style, sure, that's a bit strange, but like, Craig in Rivals of Aether also has 2 different moves that edit the stage.
I suppose.
And that's, like, they're severely limited. You can only have one throwable block, and the wall, you can't build a new... It has a height limit. You can't build a new one until you hit the main stage again. And
Right.
It breaks. If you severely weakened the power of building with Steve, it could still work.
Okay.
Granted, I don't like it. I hate Steve in Modern Ultimate.
Just
But,
in
like,
Ultimate, yeah.
I still feel like he's too important to cut.
Yeah.
That said, That's if we have room, because I did cut him. But
You know what?
I don't know if we have more or less
I'm
room.
retracting this with a. I'm putting blue over him again. You get the blue treatment.
Yeah.
Is it false to say, changing topics, is Sephiroth like kind of on par with Bowser in terms of iconicness, or is that just in gaming circles?
I think that's mostly a gaming circle thing, but I'm not sure.
I would say that definitely, because I'm, as a gamer, didn't recognize him at first.
Oh.
I was actually uncultured at his reveal.
How dare you? No.
It's like Sephiroth is weird because it's like you have Cloud, and I understand the whole heroes villains thing with Sephiroth being there. So it's like Sephiroth can die by proxy of limiting third-party inclusion. Yeah, that's fair. We're killing Ken. We're killing Ken. We're killing Sephiroth.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, fair. Does that also apply to Kazuya?
Kazuya, like, okay, we gave Terry the pass because he's the reason that Smash was made in the first place. Kazuya is represents 3D fighters and a 2D fighter. There's definitely merit. But at most, I can say he's blue right now. I can't say I just include him.
I don't know if there's not enough of a defense for that, because he's also, like... Excuse me. They also, in his current implementation, tried to go too hard into give him as many moves as possible.
Right.
But then you don't use 90% of them anyway because of Electric Wind God Fist.
Yeah. I think that for the sake of trying to keep this next James roster into like down as like there's complexity in Kazuya being a 3D fighter representative in a 2D fighting game. So it's like, we want to do that again. Do we want to like introduce a character again with this guy's properties? I think I could say we can cut him. What do we think?
Yeah. I don't know enough about those games to say either way, so I'm just gonna agree with y'all.
I can understand the legacy of putting the main 3D fighter rep in the game, but at the same time, Kazuya is like, I could see both points, and I feel like it's like, I'm gonna put the X over him. Now, Pyramithra.
I genuinely don't know if there's enough of a defense for them.
Wait. Yeah, I think we can.
They have a unique gimmick, that's it.
They have a unique gimmick. Pokemon trainer.
I mean, the back and forth is still a little different to Pokemon Trainer, but it's... And the fact that they have largely the same animations, just with different properties.
Yeah.
Which is clever. But no. Zelda Sheik still did it first, and...
Also, unique gimmick. Ices. We got rid of Ices already.
That is Purdue.
Alright, now we're left with the Mii fighters.
Okay. It's either keep them all or get rid of them all, right?
Yeah.
Hear me out. We
What's
get
up?
rid of Gunner because she's the same as Samus.
Technically, like
Sword
fighter doesn't really play like a sword fighter because he has a bunch of projectiles and like a bunch
Yeah,
of
he actually gets the
weird
point.
sword
He plays
fighter
like
stuff. Like, he plays uniquely uniquely to himself. I can see why you would get rid of Gunner, honestly, because Gunner is like sword fighter. You can play partly like a zoner. Like I think Brawler and Sword Fighter is honestly fine because it's like you can have like both of them very represent two cores of how the character is designed in this game, because it's like you have the big like Brawler, then you have the projectile swordsman. I think those two are both fine.
All of them.
Huh?
I also just really like how Brawler plays, because he's like actually pretty unique in the vein of the roster. Like Sword Fighter and Gunner have a lot of overlap with other characters, given that one of the Gunner's best neutral special is just charge shot,
Yeah.
and one of Sword Fighter's up base is just hero spin. But like Brawler doesn't do that.
I feel like the reason I wouldn't get rid of all of them is because they're Mii's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like I can't in good conscience just get rid of the legacy of Mii's, because that intrinsically means they're tied to the Wii, and if we're cutting Wii Fit Trainer, that also intrinsically means they're like the one rep for that console. I guess Shulk is also there, but like the Mii's are very
point.
intrinsically tied to the Wii. So it's like, I can, what could you do?
you introduced the Switch Sports variant sooner than they did. People might still hate them, but at least you have something.
We are not talking about.
I'm not gonna play Sportsmate Brawler. Get the fuck out of here.
No, we're not. But I'm saying, if Nintendo had if they wanted to get rid of Mii's, they would have introduced those guys sooner.
Yeah. I love playing Sportsmate Brawler and Sportsmate Sword Fighter. No, sorry, Sportsmate Chomra
Get
Fighter.
out of here! Get out of here!
Yeah, so we keep at least one of them.
I said if we keep one, we at least keep Brawler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Brawler, Sword Fighter gets blue, and then Gunner, goodbye.
This really is exactly how I feel about their playstyles.
Yeah.
Which is funny, because I fought a Brawler main the most, and I can't beat him.
Alright, so we have cut, in total so far, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. We 36, we need 7 more cuts. So that means of all of the ones that we have labeled as blue, we weeded down from there. So we have Game & Watch, Rob, Wolf, Villager, We Fit Trainer, Little Mac, Robin, Duck Hunt, Simon, Hero, and Steve. That's 11. So we get rid of 4 of them.
Kill Villager!
And keep in mind, if we get rid of Simon, we get rid of Richter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Richter's already...
Yeah, Richter's already like, you know, if we're getting rid of... Yeah.
He might still be in the game, but he's losing the slot.
Yeah. So...
I think we could do the, like, consolidating Villager and Isabelle in the same vein.
Make Villager a skin of Isabelle.
You know what? I'm cool with that.
I'm dying on this hill. I'm dying on this hill.
You know, I'm cool with that. We can roll with that.
Isabelle's the one on the
Alright, so that's
I
one.
guess it
We
kind of works
need
the same as-
3 more to get rid of. So
So we left the legacy
left-
picks of Game & Watch, Rob, and Duck Hunt.
Yeah, we said we would take one of the three.
I think
I think
realistically,
the one is not Duck Hunt at the very least.
yeah, Duck Hunt's the
Yeah.
weakest.
Duck Hunt is
Yeah.
definitely the weakest of the three because it's like your legacy is one game. While it does have a unique while it did have a unique thing attached to it, Rob was a toy
Yeah.
that you had to play. Like Rob is more unique in the fact that you had to he was a physical thing that you played with. But now if you compare him to Game & Watch, which of these two would it be?
I'm just a bigger fan of Rob in general.
Rob was like NES shit. I feel like that's more like symbolic. I don't know.
I want to say.
Okay,
this.
okay. Here's my thought. If we have Rob, we got Simon. If we have Game & Watch, we keep Simon. Because Simon is intrinsically tied to the is intrinsically tied to NES Castlevania. Rob is also is very much NES classic guy, right?
Simon
I
seems
see what
not
you're
that
saying.
games outside of the NES, I'm certain he had at least one.
I think
Excellent.
Wii Fit goes if Me Brawler represents the Wii.
Yeah.
Like if we keep Wii Fit, then we only have the one me. So Sword Fighter goes as well.
Wii Fit would be funny to keep though.
I'm thinking that more so the NES is a very I guess like Little Mac has a bit more outside of the NES because he's the NES and the Wii.
And SNES and arcade apparently.
SNES and
Oh yeah,
arcade.
Super Punch Out.
Uh-huh.
That's a pretty good one.
But I think for the metric of what these characters stand for and what they represent for the history of Smash, Rob, I feel like if we really want to be pedantic about it, we keep both Rob and Game & Watch because they both stand for different things, for different unique things. While Simon doesn't really have that, aside of like being a strong third-party rep.
I'm not against that either. I'm
Yeah,
realizing
no,
we're cutting fewer than we're keeping of this roster here. So
Because realistically, we still have like I'm gonna do another quick count again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. 21, 25, 26, 27. I'm like trying to make sure that I'm counting right. If y'all could count a little bit with me as well while I'm doing this.
I'll do that. I'm gonna include the costumes as
Yeah,
cuts as well.
include the costumes since those are technically cuts as well.
Hmm.
I have 39.
Okay, well, I definitely.
Oh, sorry.
Count, 7.
37?
I also. What are we doing with Rosalina? Is there something definitive there?
We're getting rid of Rosa.
We're getting rid of Rose. Yeah.
Okay, I'll finally change that.
Luma, no.
That's fair. Okay, but yeah. Alright, I'm gonna count again though.
I'll keep this steady now and then. Right now.
Okay, now I got 39. I think I missed Pichu before,
Hmm.
but now I'm at 39. Which means
Yeah.
then 4 more have to go.
Yeah, 4 more.
Blue lines. And we have...
So we have Steve, Hero, Robin, Little Mac, Wii Fit, Wolf, Rob, and Game & Watch. So we have to cut.
Kill Wolf. Please.
Yeah.
He's just a clone of Fox.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And while I'm at it, I think Robin should go too. I just
Yeah, I can
don't
agree with
know if-
Robin.
I love Robin, but I don't know if there's enough of an argument to keep with comparison to everyone else here.
Alright, now 3 more. Wii Fit, Little Mac, Steve, Hero, Sword Fighter. And then I guess Rob or Game & Watch. If we want to. Do we want to keep both of them or do we want to get rid of one?
Keep both of them.
Okay. They get to stay. Alright. So down to cutting 3 more. Hmm. I think this one, for the basis of we have a me representative, I'd say we can get rid of Sword Fighter.
I think that's fair.
I would cut
Yeah.
Wii Fit, Little Mac, and Sword Fighter.
Yeah, I can see that. Like Wii Fit, Little Mac, Sword Fighter, I can see like for as much as it would be hilarious to keep Wii Fit, but
Can I count one more time? I thought we only needed to get rid of 2.
yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 23, 25, 16, 17.
Yeah, I just counted 43, which would be half.
Let me count again. Oh yeah, I did count 43.
Hooray!
Okay.
We did it.
Does
We
Little Mac
technically
get to
did it.
stay?
I'm happy with Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Mac does enough to merit at least staying compared to Wii Fit.
We also rework
Fit
him
and
though.
Sword Fighter.
Like,
Yeah.
random. Nice.
Oh,
Oh yeah, we forgot one.
Can we add a second random in the same way that Melee's is?
Yeah, just fucking put your cursor off into like the corner of the carriage, just like and be like, this is your new random. You just get to see your character. Random character get
Then
selected.
you get to choose your costume.
Yeah.
I'll give Melee a little bit of credit. I
Mhm.
don't give it much though.
All right. I guess this is our list of half characters.
So this
We
is
did it.
our half Smash roster.
We
Or-
did the thing.
I'm surprised I managed to convince enough people that Byleth was cool.
You sold me on it.
My Fire Emblem heart is satisfied.
Yeah. All right. Now, if we want to go a little bit further, do we want to cut this down to just 32?
So that's another 11,
Oh, God.
which is going to be much harder.
What if we just based it off of this and cut more?
Yeah, because I don't.
Well,
even if the keep 32 is a different approach, I wouldn't expect us to suddenly keep anyone that we've already gotten rid of.
Right. And then I at least gotta get a snip of this. Of this whole thing. Then I can post this to Blue Sky.
Ooh.
Blue Sky. New post. Really, I'll pause the whole thing later because we're just
Next Blastcast we should make our own custom Smash roster.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I like.
I like
Is
that
there a
idea.
size limit?
Okay, do we want our size limit to still be 32?
I think
That's
32 is a
probably
good number.
Good for me. I'm gonna put too many Pokemon in otherwise.
Yeah, keep it to 32.
Can we just go nutso with it? Like, we don't have to be realistic.
You don't. I think. You know, yes, you don't have to adhere to the existing Smash roster. If you think like people here should stay that are here, then absolutely. If you want to
Okay.
just start fresh, as if
I
the
think
entire
the
series never
rule
had
should
it.
be video game characters only.
Yes.
Oh, I wasn't gonna be cheeky about it.
That is also
That would've
No
been funny,
Goku
though.
in Smash.
No
Aw,
Goku.
I was gonna put Shrek in.
I'm gonna at least make sure that Alright, so just gonna write out all the characters that we don't need right now.
We're going down.
Actually, no, we're
further.
just gonna black out all of them.
Yeah.
They don't exist anymore. They are not here. They don't exist.
Okay, I think I've actually decided what my approach to this is. I don't know if you guys are gonna agree, but I've thought of something.
Alright.
Shoot.
I'm gonna wait for the drawing to be done though.
You're gonna wait for me to painstakingly black out all these first?
Yeah. Thank you for the website, Mooney. Which style do I like?
I guess we'll just keep. We'll keep the clone character. Well, like the alt costume characters there because they technically still exist. All right.
All right, real talk, fellas.
What's up?
Let's kick that legacy out the door. Let's get it over with. Let's kill Luigi.
Luigi?
We kill Luigi?
Let's kill Luigi. Luigi's representation in Smash has always irked me since, like, Brawl, because, like, Mansion would provide such a good moveset, and they only, like, just implemented it into his grab, and it's kinda lame.
I guess that's fair.
I think if we're going 32, it would be very in character for Luigi to just get cut.
Yeah, that too.
Out of the rest of the Mario cast, it would be very in character for him.
My initial thought, if it's like keep 32 characters, then maybe we go like all out on the Nintendo thing and forget some of the crossover bit. So we just no third party.
Or at least very, very, very limited.
Yeah.
So in that case,
That would get rid of-
goodbye Terry. Goodbye.
That would get rid of
Goodbye,
actually-
goodbye Terry. Goodbye Steve.
And Joker and Hero.
Goodbye, goodbye Terry. Goodbye Steve. Goodbye Joker. Goodbye Hero.
I think it's also fair to get rid of Byleth.
One, two,
I
three,
can't
four.
defend him any further.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Or Ninja.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Greninja. Yeah. Him or Lucario, which one?
I think if Greninja's the most. Oh. Oh,
Our custom roster, how about 35? 35 is fine. Custom roster. Oh, so this. Okay.
Agree.
And then we just try to
Excellent.
like combine our rosters into one that we can all kind of collectively sort of agree on, kind of.
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Alright, do we get rid of Ryu? Well, if we're gonna keep it to just a strictly 32, do we want to keep the Mr. Fighting Games?
How many are we at?
Okay, so
Just
we
get
are
rid of,
at
like 6, I think.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Also,
6.
yes or no on killing Luigi? Question mark.
We'll think about it.
Okay.
Because it could. I mean, in terms of the keep 32, are we thinking
We have
about
37. We have 5 more to get rid of. Cloud.
Yeah, that's.
Bye, Cloud.
Goodbye.
Pac-Man, you're Namco, fine.
I think if the two had to be Sonic and Ryu in terms of third party, then I think that's acceptable.
Yeah. Because we either kill Ryu or we kill Pac-Man, one of the two. Because we're not killing Sonic.
Goodbye, Mr. Pac. That's what I say.
I'd argue Pac-Man's more iconic than Ryu, but I get it. Like I'm.
This
not
is
gonna
also a
complain.
platform fighter.
Yeah.
Alright. 4, 12, 15, 15. $35, 3 more.
To be honest, Ridley.
Ridley, I can see the argument for, or just like for getting rid of.
Like, if we're really dead set on not getting rid of any of the like outer ones, like Rob or Game and Watch, like I'd say realistically Ridley.
Can't really.
I'd say for 32, we can get rid of one of Robert Game and Watch, since they're both somewhat similar in what they in like things they represent. I think
I'm still a Rob defender, but that's me.
hmm,
No Game and Watch.
In Ultimate's meta, fuck him.
goodbye Game and Watch.
It's true, actually, Game & Watch is worse than Ultimate's meta.
Okay. What do we do about this guy? This
He's just a
green
clone
guy.
of Mario. He is just a clone of Mario. In Ultimate, he's more grab focused.
I can't protect him. I can't protect Luigi. Crazy, but I can't. You almost sold me there.
They have done so much in the games to differentiate Luigi from Mario, whether it be the like RPGs or Mansion, or even like just the story modes in the newer like sports games or the older sports games. Those cutscenes were good too. Like Luigi is so different, and yet they just make him a clone of Mario. Still, it kind of just defeats the point. For me, at least.
I can see your argument for it. Very
Like,
much so.
all the elemental shit in Mansion, all the like slamming people around like in Luigi's Mansion 3. I know that was getting developed around the same time as Ultimate. They probably couldn't have like included that, but still, there's just so much you could have done, and they just.
If his back throw does that, it's outright the slam from 3.
Yeah.
Right, I forgot. Yeah.
But that is also
I
the
meant-
only thing. I guess it's forward throw too, but it's not nearly as strong as the back throw, which is actually kind of strange now that I think about it.
Alright, we have one more character to cut.
Oh boy.
One more.
Okay.
Okay, we still have 5 Pokemon reps, by the way.
Yoshi.
Yoshi.
I wanted to see if I could get away with Luigi, and now I'm seeing if I can get away with Yoshi.
Oh, hold on a second
Okay,
now.
no, I don't think you can get away quite with Yoshi.
You cannot. I'm sorry.
Mario, Yoshi, Bowser, Peach, Wario.
All right, hear me out. Pokemon
Like-
trainer.
Pokemon trainer.
Because
The
then you
trainers?
have the mascot, the iconic legendary, the second mascot, and the most popular Pokemon.
You know what? I can see where you're coming from here. If we're going off of that.
My only counter argument there would be Zard. But like, I see where you're coming from myself.
At the same time, like shafting Zard like that would be so funny.
I agree. That's kind of why I'm on board. This is it. This is the social experiment
This is
Smash
it.
roster.
Yeah,
You know what we must do now?
we
We
must
play
post.
these characters.
Run a bracket with only these characters.
Well, hey, I mean, we've got 32, and like Smash Ultimate's got you know.
Is that tournament mode online?
No.
No, but I can screen share it.
Like there is an online turning mode, but it's severely limited. That said, there probably are fewer enough people playing it that we could match into one.
Huh.
Hmm.
Or we could like CPU tournament it, like Alfred.
Yeah.
Oh, lots of
Alright,
potential.
We all have to vote for 8. Right? I just did math right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
I will say, out of all the characters here, I am extremely surprised.
Actually, if we're only
Bowser
gonna
survived.
if we're only gonna allow 32, then we're just getting rid of these from
Oh
looking at them.
Gotta get more visually clear.
Yeah. Just so it looks nice.
Yeah, we will have them, like, they are, in our concept, they're still costumes, but for the sake of this image.
Yeah.
Very silly to see just Isabel.
Yeah, just Isabel.
What I voted for, though.
Villager is gone. Isabel, nah, you get to stay.
Listen,
like
it
you.
ain't called Human Crossing.
It
All
is
I'm gonna
called
say.
Animal Crossing. You are correct.
I'm now reminded of a YouTuber who did this, but as a Smashdown, they cut Mario,
They got Mario.
but not
Okay,
Dr.
hold on.
Mario.
Let's fucking
Hear me
go.
out. Concept for a Smash game. Like, all the main ones, like Mario, Link, Kirby, they're all gone, and it's like about all the other guys trying to figure shit out. I think that'd be funny. I think comics did a story like that once. I don't know.
Smash game with a plot, that'd be sick.
All right. So we cut the Smash roster in half, and then whittle it down to 32.
PK's name doesn't fit in the website.
That's funny.
It just says donkey. Donkey!
We may be a little bit delusional for some of these, but I think we did a good job. I'm gonna double check to make sure we did good 32 though for this one.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 32. I may have miscount one. To get rid of one
Yeah,
more.
33.
Need one
We
more.
need to kill one more? Oh,
One more guy.
shit. Oh, Yoshi!
No, we kill Ridley before Yoshi. We kill Ridley before Yoshi.
Real. Okay, real.
I'm like,
The only... Luigi, I had genuine reasons. The only reason I don't like Yoshi is because there hasn't been a good game since Island. I will fight people on that.
I will not fight you on that.
Actually, wait, I'm incorrect
What, not
there
even
because
Woolly
Woolly
World?
World was actually
I was about to
really
say, like,
yeah.
not even
Woolly
Woolly
World
World?
was really good. Woolly World was really good, but Crafted World blends together with it in my head for some reason, and I assume it's bad.
Who's the one more?
I think it was Ridley.
Oh, really gone. I didn't realize.
Goodbye, Ridley.
sorry, you're too big for this next Smash game.
Okay, but imagine a world where James Bond was a legacy character. That would have probably turned Smash more into multiverses, wouldn't it have?
Possibly. I mean, we do have Snake. I know it's like not really comparable at all, but
Right. I get what you mean.
you can see how that comparison can be made with someone who's not familiar with either series.
I haven't played Metal
Do we
Gear.
have tags on? Do y'all have tags on Blue Sky, by the way?
I didn't.
I don't have a blue sky. I'm not doing anything. I'll make one. Fuck it.
Join the Blue Sky. My Blue Sky is pretty much identical to my Twitter. Occasionally I repost Pokemon art.
Okay, as soon as you make your blue sky, I'm gonna ping you on it as well.
Should try to actually post things. I don't know what I'd post, but I should try to do it.
Maybe. Sorry, you gotta shorten Donkey Kong's name to DK, by the way. He's no longer Donkey Kong, he's just DK.
He's just Donkey.
That's
He's
funny.
just
So
Donkey.
So if you add like Monster Hunter, are they gonna have to be M Hunter or shit like that? That's funny.
Possibly.
Monhun.
Wait, I can actually see Kong. It's behind Luigi's hat.
Oh, so he's
Oh,
the
wait.
one hiding it.
Luigi, you spineless rat!
Oh, someone's streaming fucking Pokemon Sword of Fury right now. That's funny.
Are we getting together on Wednesday to do that?
I would say so.
I have to get back to you because semester's picking up.
If not, it's all good.
It might be weekly for a month
Okay.
or so.
If anything, we can just pick it back up on Saturday. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
If push comes to shove. Yeah. I don't know when that blue sky's been made. I think now that we've done all this, we've gone on for about 2 hours now, so I think that's well and good enough to be its own stream, to be a full Blastcast.
Somebody took Big Venge as a handle. That is surprising to me.
That is pretty surprising. Wow.
I didn't already make an account. I just forgot, did I?
Checking right now.
Oh my god, I did.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Wait, hold up.
Because I recognize that skeleton picture. I've used that.
The login.
Bet you $20 to use the same password. I'm predictable as fuck. Oh god.
Okay, so that was yours.
Yep.
Let's fucking go, baby. Let's go.
One. With the skeleton on fire.
Yep.
I found Big Venge.
Be a
No
bit
space.
delusional for some of these, but I think we did a good job. All right, it has been posted.
Oh, I got a notification. No way. Following Mooney, right? Yeah, cool.
Leave you a follow, Big Bench.
Holy shit.
All right, I think this was a good stream though.
I'd say that was a
Yeah. It dare I say it was a good social experiment.
Hey.
I concur. Holy shit. Stares at camera.
Stares at camera. Hold on. Image. Add existing. Stares at camera. You guys get it yet? You guys get it?
I got it.
You guys get it?
I like your profile picture.
Hee hee.
Teehee.
Hee hee. Yeah. I think for next Blastcast, we should probably talk about how we've been doing this for well over a year now.
The Blastcast?
Yeah, the Blastcast. Be great.
Blastcast squared, is that snappier?
The blast cast.
Could we say that like every year we do it, it's a new season. We're starting season 2.
I think that'd be a funny way of doing it.
I did a quote post.
Oh boy. I think with how I feel in total about this the like Fire Emblem inclusions, I feel like I definitely would have been fine if it was Marth, Byleth, and Robin that made it into at least in half. Because like 3 of them are fine. I can live with 3 of them, especially when those 3 can play very uniquely to themselves and have merit of being there, you know? But yeah.
I know in my personal cut, I guess I actually didn't do this last time, but most of the time I would have kept all 3.
Uh-huh.
Granted, I've never gone to half before, but if I was allowed to be a little bit above half, then I would I'd keep all 3. I'd keep those 3.
Right. And I also do agree our final list makes sense, but I also feel like it is a bit odd, but even though I do agree with it, because you know, it was a collective thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like we did this, but it's like there's something about it that I can't put my finger on it, and I don't feel like trying to put my finger on it, so it's okay.
Understandable.
Oh yeah.
Wait a goddamn minute.
What's up?
Okay, hold on. Minus Shulk, Inkling, Little Macro Ninja, Ryu, Isabelle. This is just Brawl's roster, kinda. And Mewtwo.
Yeah, it rings similar bells. Ike isn't there though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of Brawl reps that aren't quite there, though.
Oh, and well, we kept
like we got rid of we got rid of Wolf, Toon Link, we got rid of fucking Snake as well, Lucas.
I am wrong on that front, I think.
We cut like the Brawl newcomers in half, but we kept 6 melee newcomers, and they had like 14.
Yeah. And then Smash 4 gets 3. 4. Smash Ultimate 5. Technically 5 because me Brawler, and then Ultimate gets 2.
Ultimate has the most amount of newcomers. What did they do wrong?
Well, what they did wrong is that they didn't do anything wrong. It's just the fact that all the newcomers, like a lot of the newcomers, are like hold on, I gotta actually check it again. A lot of the newcomers are either like deep cuts, like the deep cuts, the Pokemon, the plant, or the third parties. That's what they did wrong, in quotes.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, let's end this stream off though. I think we've been at this for long enough.
I enjoyed this.
This was a fun one.
Yeah, I'd say this was a very fun time, y'all.
I'm gonna go send this to my friend who's not happy with Smash Ultimate and see what he thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Yeah, let's do an outro. I hope whoever is still watching this, I hope you all had a good time just being around here, watching us just get through all of this, more or less, just get through all the Smash roster and trying to whittle our way down. I hope that you, whether or not you agree or disagree, I hope that you enjoyed it, and you know, maybe maybe you could just share what you got, maybe in the Discord server or something. I don't know. Ooh. You know.
We've got a cool Discord. It's true.
You know.
You can come and call us dumb for our choices.
Yeah. Respectfully dumb. Respectfully.
Respectfully. Asterisk respect. Follow the server rules.
If you call someone a slur, we're killing you on the spot. No questions asked. You are dying on the spot. Anyways, let's end this off. I should yeah. I can. My wonderful co-host Venge.
We killed Luigi. I did it, chat.
We have Lenup.
Super Smash Brothers.
And last but certainly not least, Mooney.
We should have killed Lucario.
I can see that. I can see your reasoning. I could see it. But all right, I'm technically the last. But you know, I didn't think about it that far. But yeah, I see y'all next Wednesday. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna do anything Wednesday, but we'll figure something out.
Double dash.
Realistically, next Saturday at the least for Dokapon, because we got to keep doing that. That'll be a fun time. Yeah. Later, everybody. Have a good night.
Night, chat.